kiss and hug me. Come on, strong, go on and love me. Let's not waste that big old moon. Wake up and smell the perfume. Just say, if you want to be more than friends, got some love.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Social Cafe TBW interactive web show. Today we will be talking about how to continue your blogging business while vacationing and on holiday. I'm going to work less. I don't think I ever reached a point where I don't work. I work less. So I don't know what that calculates in hours, but I told the kids that I would do a Twitter chat while we're watching the fireworks on Thursday. So well, I'm there with them.
I know for a fact that you're going to be working because we have a meeting scheduled on the 4th of July because we are crazy people.
Does that mean that we're really great examples or really bad examples of?
We are examples of what not to do. No, just kidding.
I think my family would like die on the spot if I didn't work because they'd think there's something wrong with me. Because they're so used to that workaholic that's like, Mom, are you okay? Can we check your temperature?
Are you sick? I totally get that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh no. Hootsuite. Oh, sorry, you're talking. I got too excited.
I think you're excited about Hootsuite. Go ahead.
Okay, if you said Hootsuite, then I can. It's like chat it to me.
You go with Hootsuite.
Okay, all right. I do want to say that the times we live in now, it's so much easier with smartphones and everything to keep connected. Because I'm thinking about like vacations even 10 years ago. And I mean, I knew HTML, so you're going in there and you're changing a page or you're trying to engage with people. And it was just, I mean, you had to be online. There weren't any other options. And now at least you can go on a cruise and you can, well, okay, a cruise is another thing because it depends on the wireless. And I won't take all day trying to explain that. But there's so many other options, including Hootsuite on the smartphone. So you can use that to hook up with a pro Hootsuite. You can hook up to your communities, your groups, your pages, Facebook, Google+, Twitter. Basically, you can connect to more than you probably post normally, and you can schedule those and space them out. Also, they have an auto scheduler, which is like Buffer, where it will pick the opportune times to send that post out. So definitely a great way to pre-schedule. And you can load. I do the, you know how geeky I am, DaVinci. I have to put it in Excel and then load it into Hootsuite. So a lot of convenience there.
Yes, you are a tad geeky, but there's nothing wrong with that.
You still love me, right?
I totally love you. I think the automation is key.
Yes, we went through the beta testing in hangoutqueen.com. So the next phase is actually working with people one-on-one and training them according to their objective. So I'm really excited about that because people set the objective like I want to make money. And DaVinci will be back in a moment. I want to make money doing such and such using Hangouts, and then I work with them one-on-one on helping them to attain that objective. Because I love it when people are successful as she comes back.
I don't even know what just happened there. I couldn't tell you.
Oh my goodness, you don't sound like Max Headroom.
I don't know what just happened there.
What are you talking about?
I don't know what just happened there, but I got kicked out and Google didn't like me.
That's all right, because now I can actually hear you, and it's at the same time that your lips are moving.
That's amazing. It's like we had to
maybe
reset. I don't know what happened there. Well, I'll take it.
Yeah, Google said, hey, honey, let me fix it for you. I'm going to boot you for a moment, but you'll thank me when you come back.
I'm totally okay with that. Yeah, so did you get to talk a little bit about Hangout Queen and all the wonderful things you're going to be doing with that?
I did. I got to talk about my excitement. I was talking to Terrence Harper, and he was talking about being a helper. And it's like, it's so true that when we can actually make an income helping someone, it's like a double blessing. So I'm really excited to be able to help people do what they want to do and where they benefit monetarily, and I can benefit monetarily.
Oh, that's always great. I want to go in. I know a couple of our chatters are exiting because a ton to do. Crystal, I know Bye, Crystal. Thanks for the wonderful recommendation. And I'm
Definitely.
sure you'll add that link into the Storyfire, correct?
Yep.
I do cook something. Maybe I'll go get some ribs and we'll throw them on the grill. Some ribs,
You just
possibly.
say, oh, I was like,
Yeah, some ribs or maybe like some burgers. I like to make my burgers from scratch.
that's good.
I like to cook, so I don't know if we discussed that. I love cooking. Yeah, because I told you I'm always eating food.
I'm just trying to remember, did we discuss that at Hangout or was that one of the focus
No,
meetings? But yeah.
that was one of the Our focus meetings are awesome, by the way. We always do. We'll go in there and we do about 30 minutes of chatting about nothing, and then we chat like for an hour of work. So we have a little bit of focus and not so much focus, but we definitely discussed my love for food and
I thought you say your love life, but that.
oh yeah, my love life is food right now. So my love life is food. No, it's funny. But this weekend when I baked the cookies, I made butterscotch chip cookies. And then I made 2 types of chocolate chip cookies, milk chocolate chip cookies, and then semi-sweet chocolate chip cookies. So
That sounds yummy. So all 3?
yeah, I made. You said it must have been big.
big plate of cookies. I'm picturing them all like positioned and.
Oh, I made. I want to say maybe about 48 cookies, maybe more. It might have been more than that.
You
Yeah.
still have around for the Thursday?
No. No. I made some for the house and then I made some for a friend. So I'm not. Yeah.
So you're a helper too. You're sharing.
I like to. Yeah. You know what? I think food makes people happy. It makes people smile. I did have a battle scar though. I don't know how this happened because I mixed.
How do you get
a battle scar from baking?
Let's say, how do you get that from a butterscotch chip? Just came out and bit you, or?
No. I mixed by hand.
Okay, gotcha.
So the wooden spoon, like I don't know. I guess it snagged me somehow. I don't know what happened, but I was mixing pretty hard. So I'd like to do things. I was gonna use the hand mixer, but I didn't have the paddle extension for it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't have the paddle extension, so I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll mix it by hand, which I usually, when I'm baking cakes or usually when I bake, I just mix everything by hand anyway. I always figure, women did it for how many centuries by hand.
We should do it now.
I'm not too good to do it by hand. Exactly. Well, like, we have all these fun gadgets. I'm thinking about making brownies maybe within the next 2 weeks.
No, you say within the next 2 hours.
No, well, you know what? If I had time, I used to do that. Like, I would get up during the night, and maybe like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I would bake cookies or bake a cake or bake brownies or make dinner.
See
for the next day.
What successful people do before breakfast.
I love it too because I just like having sweets in the house. So I'd have like cookie jars and things like that, or just containers with things so that anybody who came to my house, they'd have like cookies to eat or.
That's nice.
So.
Does that help you work too? See, I
think it does. I think what it does is it takes my brain out of social media and work for however many hours I take cooking, and it's one of my therapeutic things to do. So
that makes sense though. Same thing with even the existence of vacation. It's not just the resting, but to be able to get in a different mind space, if you will, and come back refreshed.
Yeah, so I get to, and then the house smells great afterwards. The house smelled like cookies for 2 days here.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, I like it. I'm like, yeah, cookies. I'm such a kid. I'm like, let's go make with sprinkles. And I come from a family of bakers and chefs, so.
Well, that's right. I should remember that from our focus meeting.
Yeah,
I have something totally unrelated and not as happy. But you said your boo-boos. I got boo-boos on my foot because I didn't care that my foot was hurting when I was looking for. You've seen my little Chihuahua.
Yeah.
Dewey. Well, I took him for a walk. And he was doing really well, and he was like, we're not very far from the house. It was dark, and the street light went off, and I couldn't see him. I didn't have him on a leash, and he was headed right for the house. I thought, okay, he's just going to go to the house. Dogs are supposed to go. They know where they're going, right? Well, my little Stewie, I guess because he's so little, there's not as much room up there in the cranial area for his little brain. I lost him completely. There's 5 of us out there yelling for this little teacup chihuahua.
Oh.
Cannot find the poor little thing. He's sitting over at like a vacant house. Dude.
He's probably like, oh
He
man.
can't even get to the house. I don't know how he got there. Just waiting for someone to come find him. So, yeah, totally unrelated to cookies. It's a happy story because we found him. But it was
Well,
like, it's
good though.
amazing what you'll do, like when you're stirring the cookies, you're not thinking, because you're just thinking about getting those cookies done. And it's like, I've got all these cuts on my foot because I was just bound determined if it took me all night, I was going to find that chihuahua.
Well, you know what it is? I think, he's still a baby. He probably was like, okay, I got this. I'm going to find the house, know where I'm going. Okay. Man, that doesn't look like the house, but I know where I'm going. Okay, now I'm lost. And I can't even talk about the Chihuahua because my one flaw that I have accepted is I have a terrible sense of direction. Even when I'm playing video games, I am not the navigator. When I play...
didn't think of that.
Oh, I'm terrible.
Stewie might be like you.
Yeah, I'm terrible at it. I'll play Halo, and when you play Halo, they have like this thing where you can play capture the flag, and you're in teams, and you go get the other side's flag. When I play Halo capture the flag, I hold down the fort because I can't find my
your own flag. Or...
No, I keep everybody out. I'm like deadly with my weapon. They're not even ready for me. I just take people out. That's what I do.
Well, that's good. So maybe it's not a lack of little brain cells up there. They just like to float around a little bit, and he kind of gets a little dizzy on where he is.
Oh, I totally get dizzy. I'm like, man, if I ever got kidnapped, they wouldn't even have to take me that far from the house. I wouldn't know where I was.
It's not funny, but it's like, oh, she's next door. She's
like, oh man, that house looks familiar, but I don't know where I'm at. So.
Well, then it's really good that we do Google Hangouts, because then you're in, your 4 walls. You're safe.
I'm safe. No, but it's funny because like that's why when I leave to go anywhere, I always leave like a good 30 minute. I give myself like a 30-minute cushion because I have no sense of direction ever in life. It's been bad forever.
You do use GPS though, right?
Oh, that's the only way to get anywhere. People call me. They're like, "Hey, can you tell me how to get here?" I'm like, "Are you asking me for directions?" You did forget who you're talking to. They're like, you know what? I don't even know why I did. You're right. My fault. I should have known better.
It's like if you don't have GPS and you're going to visit Da Vinci, at least use MapQuest and print it out.
That's the best I can do. Send you a MapQuest link. Other than that, or Google Maps.
Of course. Oh.
Other than
How could I do that on Google?
I know they're gonna shut us down. Man, Deborah, it's been fun. We might not have Hangouts next week or next month. But oh my goodness, it's 10:03. How did we miss everything? Aww.
I know, and you know what? I just thought of how this relates to our topic. We have been like sort of practicing being on vacation, us workaholics, on this Hangout. There we go. We did it, guys. We showed you how a couple of workaholic women can actually.
We can do this. If we can do it, so can you.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of the Social Cafe TBW Interactive Web Show with Deborah and Da Vinci. Join us next week, same time, same place, Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, with the hashtags Social Cafe and TBW.
If you want to be more than friends, got some love I'd like to make. Maybe you can squeeze me, I won't break.